For my teamwork horror story, I think it's kind of different because I'm still in high school, so kind of most of the situations I've had have happened in like beginning of high school, so like freshman year. I was in a program that was super group work based, so if you're with smart people, that it wasn't really an issue because basically all we did in school was group work. I was in a program called IHS, so super group work oriented, but I'm a Spanish immersion student, so most of my classes that had teamwork were with a specific group of kids because we'd all grown up together, and the class is split into thirds: kids that are average, kids that are super, super smart, and kids that really don't care. And I remember, and believe me, I love the kids that don't care. But uh, I remember I was put in a group with me, and I'm like average. I try really hard to get good grades. And we had to do a presentation for geography. And we had to basically split up different Spanish speaking countries and kind of just write a description of the culture. And I was in a group with three other people, all of which never tried, never turned in anything. Love these people to death, but they just never really put any effort in because they can convince other people to do it for them by paying them or by kind of just like halfway doing everything to the point where they pass. And I remember we were all communicating. They're like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, we'll get it done. We'll get it done." And I was just like, "You have to do it. It's not something you can just not turn in because it affects everybody's grade in the whole group." So, it's like 2 days before this assignment is due, and I text all my friends. I'm like, "Hey, so here's mine. Like, add your slides. Like, just wanted to make sure." And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." So day of the presentation happens, and we're all standing up there, and I'm like, "Okay, who wants to pull up like the slide? Are we all pulling up ours individually?" And they're like, "Oh, wait, we thought you were doing that." So I'm like, "Okay, no," like we all had to do our own separate one, but we're all presenting together because it's all on the same subject. And turns out none of them had actually done any work, and they were hoping that because I didn't notice that they had done it, they thought that I would do it for them to compensate because they knew I didn't want to get a bad grade. Moral of the story, they all failed that assignment. And obviously I got the credit for it, but having to explain to my teacher in front of all of my classmates that no one actually did the work was a little embarrassing, and I have hated group work ever since if I'm paired with the wrong people. So there it is.